What is going on, guys? This is Result Gaming. I'm here today with my very first review of this new anime called Bloodlad. And let me start off by saying that I really like this anime because, like, even though it's only the first episode, I was like really into it, and this anime actually surprised me in a lot of ways. So our main character here, his name is Stas, and he's a vampire. And even though he's not, your typical kind of vampire, he's very different because he doesn't hunt down humans and suck their blood like his ancestor did, but rather he's a human lover and he loves things that are made by humans. So being that is, he actually a base of this territory, and it seems that this human girl, I believe her name was Fumi. Now she somehow managed to get into the demon world, which I gotta say, the demon world looks a lot better than the human world, just because they have all these demons and monsters flying around. I mean, really, to me, it's more like a fantasy world than a demon world. But besides that, this human girl somehow managed to get to the demon world, and she ended up in Stas' base, or territory. So of course his gang, them being demons as well, they don't know what to do with her. But luckily, rather than eating her like I think that they wanted to do, they actually contacted their boss because they can't do something if you don't know about it. So of course after that, after stepping on that she's a human and a woman, he really wants to meet her because he loves humans. And I just gotta say, Fumie, full of plot. I mean, you guys can even tell from the way those demons will look at her. She has grade A plot, if you know what I mean. But of course, of course those demons bring Fumie to the Stas, which is the boss, and I can tell right away he just fell in love with her. Of course, is that he wanted to drink her blood because he's a vampire, but I think deep down it goes way beyond that. I think right there, he fell in love with her the first time that he saw her. But of course that she's a human, that really helps a lot. But of course, there's this one weird demon guy that came creeping in his territory, and he had these very weird plants. Now, I thought this guy would be a pushover, but it turns out that these plants are pretty deadly because they were basically doing work right there on Stas, demon henchmen. So of course, Stas was ignoring them because he was so infatuated with Fumi. So that he was annoying them, but once again, but then Fumi looked at him with her eyes, which were when the first time he saw them, he got lost in them. It's like her eyes was hypnotizing him when it kind of be like the other way around, because I'm pretty sure that Stan, being a vampire, had a lot of powers that we haven't seen yet, but we probably will at one point. So of course, thanks to her working him up, his skin, even though it was a dark grayish color, it turned pink when it got all worked up because he wanted to protect her, and I believe that he wanted to prove himself to her. So he kind of went down there, jumping right out the window like a fool. I thought he was gonna actually get hurt on the way down, but luckily he landed with no problem. But actually, there was one problem, and that because he let one of those plant demon things sneak up to his apartment. But I'll come back to that in a minute. Now, I thought that Stan would be kind of like a coward or pushover character that couldn't do much, but he took those plant hits like it was nothing. I mean, he was literally walking them off, heading towards the main guy, and then he did this amazing power thing with his hand, where he basically grabbed this guy's heart without going to his body, and basically made it explode by grabbing it too much, which was just freaking badass, if I say so myself. Stan, you sir, had my respect for that. I had no idea you'd be that capable, but man, you blew me away with that one. But of course, once that whole plant demon guy is dealt with, Stan's go back up because he really wants to get back to that human girl. But sadly, because he take care of that plant demon, we see that it actually got into his apartment and it ate Fumi. Now I thought that Stans were gonna save her, back when he first showed the plant climbing, but he didn't notice it, so that right there was kind of his own fault. But of course, we see that plant has a Fumi by spitting up her skull and then her clothes, thanks to Stas, killing it. So of course, at first we think that Fumi is dead because because we see that plant splitting up bones and clothes. So, but then we see Fumi on the bed. So it kind of makes you wonder: is she dead, or was that plant, you know, only a pervert and that's somebody else's bones, but it's just her clothes? But it turns out that he really did eat her, and now she's dead or a ghost. Like that right there, I call that a plot twist because I wasn't expecting it. I thought Stan was gonna save her. I didn't know that Fumi was gonna die, because you know he's in love with humans so much. I didn't think that, you know, nothing was gonna kill her, but sadly she did die. So that kind of sucks for him. But luckily he has this plan. I don't know how he's gonna do it. I doubt that we'll see it in the anime, because I'm pretty sure the manga's still going on, or should be going on. But we see that he actually plans to to revive her. I don't know how he can do it. I mean, I know he's a vampire, but I don't think he has that kind of power or way to bring her back. But this guy reads a ton of manga, and he actually was going to use a Dragon Ball Z way to bring her back. But of course, Fumi, being from the human world, she knows that's not possible. But I did realize that on Sta's phone, if you look at that keychain, it's either Goku wearing, you know, his standard outfit, or I believe that it was Naruto and Goku outfit, because you know in Naruto latest game Storm 3, he actually has Goku outfit for DLC. So I'm not sure if it's that a Naruto fan or what, but he definitely is a Dragon Ball Z fan. So I'm leaning more towards that being like Goku. But of course, Stan wants to bring back Fumie so he can, supposedly, he could go crazy over her again, because now that she's a ghost, he has no attraction to her at all. Like, not even to drink her blood, because, you know, she's a ghost now, so he can't do that anyway. So now that he realized that nothing can happen, he just becomes so cold to her. And I think, like, that part there was kind of messed up, just because he was, like, basically going crazy over her. And now that he realized that nothing can happen, it just kind of went downhill from there, which is kind of messed up, really. But then Fumie, luckily, she remembered how she got there, and apparently there's this thing called a black curtain, which only high level powered people can only use. So I'm wondering who the heck cast that spell, and why did Fumie go through it? Like, maybe she was thrown into Demon World by somebody, or maybe she just like stumbled into it. Cause I'm pretty sure that like a smart person wouldn't just walk into some random black, you know, gate or curtain, whatever it's called. So I'm kind of curious about what's gonna happen with that. But then, like later on, like at that same curtain, we see some woman that's also in the intro of the anime that had blonde hair. She's also there, so maybe it was her. I'm not really sure. But then Stas and Fumie, they go to some cafe. Now this girl was so quiet that her name escaped me, but I believe that even her pet animal, whatever it is, I don't think it has a name either yet. So I'm not really sure what to call them. I'll just call them the three-eyed duo for now, till I officially know their names for sure. But yeah, those two run the cafe, and they have this awesome ability with their eyes that allows them to see everything. So of course they learn about Fumie, and because, you know, she went back to the human world, and Stas want to make sure that her body, because, you know, she's a ghost, so he want to make sure that she can handle it. Now of course Fumie being like in love with humans, he want to go as well, but they didn't want to allow that, because, you know, he's a boss. So you can't just leave your territory like that. So of course he wants to give it up, because that's how determined he is to find it, that he's willing to even give up his own territory just to go there. But luckily, I believe his name was Deku, he bought this new cat, which is, I forgot his name, I think it was Yoshida. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I believe it was Yoshida, and he has the power to become anything he wants. So he'll be Stas' body double while he's there. But I'm wondering if they get attacked while they're gone, will Yoshida have his power, you know, to defend the base? Because you can have the face of somebody, but it's not like you can have their power as well. So I'm wondering what's going to happen there. But of course, now that everything's settled, they have this like, you know, this little party where they're celebrating them going to the human world. But of course we learn that Stas, like, even though he seemed unreliable, he actually, like, once he's determined, you definitely cannot underestimate him. So then we see Fuyumi eating some weird looking thing, it turned out to be Stab's food, and I find that hilarious because whatever it is, it apparently grossed her out. But even though she was eating it like with no problem before, now she's kind of grossed out about it. But overall, I definitely like the anime. I will definitely be doing reviews of this every single week. So guys, if you want to see more, please subscribe, because I'll definitely be doing reviews of this every week it comes out. Please, if you guys are watching it, please let me know what we think about the first episode so far, and don't forget to like and subscribe as well if you want to see more from me. But until then, guys, I'll catch you in the next review. You take it easy, and I will see you all next time.